Hello, everybody. My name is Phumelela Chazibana. Welcome to the Cheat Code. This is not a throwback story hour. This is a real-time conversation with filmmakers who have been in the game long enough to know that working hard is not always the cheat code, but working smarter is. Today, we are joined by Boitumelo Nhlapo. Hello, Boiti. How are you doing?
Hi, everybody. Hi, Pamela. Thank you so much for having me. I'm well, thanks. And how was it your side?
I am well, thank you. Thank you so much once again for joining us today.
Thank you.
And before we dive in, please just briefly tell us who you are and what your role is on set.
Okay. So I am Boitumelo Nhlapo, but I prefer to go by Melo, short for Boitumelo. And I am an art director. I've worked in the wardrobe department, I've worked in the makeup department, but I settled with the art department, and currently I'm an art director.
So, what for someone like me who doesn't really know what happens during your process, what what does an art director do, like in simple terms? Can you please break it down for someone who doesn't know, like in simple terms?
Okay, so it's a question that I'm used to. I mean, for the longest time, my mom has not understood what I do at work. So an art director, in very, very simplified term, takes a treatment or the look from the director, and they execute that on set or on the field. So the director will provide you with the visuals that they want the story to look like, the tone that they want to set. And my job then becomes to take that and execute it through the set dressing, through the props, through the graphics, the vehicles. So in terms of set dressing, that would be like the location itself. So is the set like a rich mansion? Is the set like a spaza shop? Is the set a hospital? And then you get stuff like props. Props is anything that an actor interacts with. So a cell phone, a glass of water, a car. And graphics, those are the things that pop up on the phone, on the TV set, posters even. So anything that is the background and that the actor interacts with, that falls under the art department.
And when does your job start? Does it start when you receive the script,
Yes.
or how does it work?
My job, yeah, it definitely starts when I receive the script. And from that moment on, I'm also picturing what would work and how this would look. I like to have the conversation with the director prior and also the producers. And the reason I like to involve the producers in the conversation is because I'd like to get an insight on what the budget is, because unfortunately that still interferes with how much I can do. I
Yeah.
like to go beyond, but sometimes I'm not in that position simply because either of time or of budget. But yeah, the process starts very early and still ends like very late.
And what would you say is your cheat code in creating a visually appealing film on a tight budget?
So I'm lucky enough that the team that I'm working with is a team that I've worked with for quite some time. So I've built a synergy. We know each other's strengths and weaknesses. We prep as much as possible. Preparation
Yeah.
is very important. I always say, if you don't have time, then you have money. If you have both, yeah, I love you. Ooh, you know,
Yeah.
we try and prepare as much as possible so that if an issue arises on set, we able to navigate. But you can't prepare for everything, unfortunately. So even when there are challenges, because we are all very skilled and multi-skilled, we're able to, I guess, sort out the problem, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But we know how to work well with each other. Like I say, I have a very brilliant team, and I think the fact that we know each other and we've worked with each other for so long, really.
And what would you say is your cheat code in working with your producer and director?
My cheat code is still definitely preparation and asking questions. I ask a lot of questions. And the reason I do that is because I want to have as much information as possible.
Yeah.
So with the director, I know there was an anthology series that I was working on last year or the year before. I think the year before. And when the directors were on stage and they were talking about the film, they all mentioned that I would always be on the phone with Melo at like 10 at night, and like 1 hour call, and I like to touch base and make sure that we're still on the same page. If anything changes, then that's great, but we can always just circle back
Yeah.
and that conversation. So preparing and just having as many conversations as possible.
And do you have maybe any advice for someone that wants to pursue your role?
I think my role is fun. Firstly, I enjoy it. Personally, I enjoy it. Like I said, I worked in wardrobe, I worked in makeup, but as soon as I worked in art department, I was just taken. A lot of people like to say that they want to work in the art department because when we do our job, it looks fun and it looks easy. So my advice would be to try it out. Don't look at it and think, I can do this. It's so simple. They just pick up chairs and move them. Go ask to help and actually see the process from start to beginning, see what we do from the morning to the evening, see how we do it as well, and then I think from there you will know where you want to be in the art department. It's very important to start as a standby and work your way up. I think the reason for that is because then you know what each role deals with, and you know how to assist, and you know what to do like on set. So it's really important to go through all those stages and just learn.
Sure. Thank you so much, Melo, for the insight. We really, really appreciate your time. And unfortunately, we have reached the end of our session on cheat code. Thank you
Thank
for
you, sir.
joining us.
Thank you.